Hey everybody, welcome to another Hines on Air. We have got a super fantastic show for you today. Before we get started, let me give you a little bit of history. About 7 or 8 years ago, Atlanta had not been introduced to professional soccer. Then in 2017, the team Atlanta United came here, and in the next year, 2018, they were number one in the league. I mean, they just took off. They took over the city. Now everybody's a soccer fan. And here today, we have Mr. Daniel Rios, who is one of the stars of Atlanta United today. So everybody, please welcome Daniel Rios. Welcome in.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, well, listen, we're humbled that you, like someone of your status and all, has come to the podcast. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm happy. Whatever you want to know, I'm ready to.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get started then. So why don't you, so you're from Mexico, correct?
Yes, from Mexico.
Okay. So back in Mexico, when did you get started with soccer?
Well, I started playing when I was eight years old.
8 years?
Yeah. I started 8 years old, but I wasn't playing much the first 2 years. My mom always told me that I was picking up flowers from the floor. But I took off when I started playing good when I was 10 years old until 12. I was playing a lot with my brother. And then I was just good and started playing well, and went to the academy over there, which we call Fuerzas Básicas in Mexico. And then I started in Necaxa, and then moved when I was 13. I moved from my hometown to Guadalajara, which is Chivas, to play soccer. So I started living by myself at 13.
When you were just getting started, there's always this debate, like, is it just natural talent or is it just hard work? And I'm sure it's both. But did you just discover, like, well, I am good. I mean, I can kick this ball. It will go where I want.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was good.
You did.
And I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
But I will say that I was one of those soccer players that I could say now that in my mind, there wasn't like, I want to be a soccer player, like a professional soccer player and play for first division. I was just enjoying when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. I was good at soccer. I was enjoying. I love soccer at that moment and today. And that's how my journey started.
Yeah. So you said 10 to 12 is when you really got serious?
No, I mean, just enjoy it, just going with the flow. My brother was 2 years older than me, and he played soccer too. And to get to Chivas, we both made the tryouts, and we both made it. So we moved from our hometown to Guadalajara and started living together in the same room with another 70 kids. And I was so young. I was 13, 14. I didn't know what I was doing. I just know that I love soccer, and I was just playing for Chivas, the best team in Mexico.
How old is your brother? How old was he? Or how much older is he than you?
He's 2 years older than me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So y'all moved together to Chivas.
Yes.
That's a city in Mexico? Or is that like a...
Guadalajara.
Okay.
Yes.
And Chivas is the name of the league, or...
Chivas is the greatest team in Mexico.
Ah.
Yeah. Chivas only plays with Mexican players. It's the only team in Mexico that plays only with Mexican players. No international players, just Mexican players. That's it.
Gotcha. And so you would start with them at that age, and then as you developed and got older, you would become a professional player for Chivas?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So as you get older, like 15, 16, you start to go like U15, U16, U17, 18, 19. And then at 20, I got to the first division, right? And then it was a whole process to get to the first division. It wasn't hard. It was a lot of like training, extra stuff, this and that.
How much did you train? What was a typical day for y'all?
Wake up at 7, train 8:30.
Yeah.
Before that, obviously breakfast, and then train until 10:30. Then I had to be at class because we make us go to school.
Okay.
At 12 p.m. So it was a special school that the owner of Chivas create this school for like normal people, but also for the players. So they can develop between soccer and also like education. So you go, you train, you try your best, you become better, but you have to go to school. So at 12 p.m. you go to school until probably around like 4 or 5 p.m. and then come back to Chivas. The buildings were right next to each other. So you just cross the door, then you're to school, then you go back. I wasn't from Guadalajara, so my parents weren't there. I live in this Casa Club, these rooms like dorms that they have for the kids that are from out of town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you train again when you came back at 4:30 after school? Or that was it?
Some days, yeah.
Some days?
Mostly in Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday there was no one, only us. And I have the free pitches, There was no one using them, no security, no. Sometimes they kick me out. They say, listen, you can't use these fields because we're taking care of them. But most of the time I was always like doing extra stuff at the evening, just in the fields.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this. I hope this doesn't sound bad, but as you're growing up as a child and you're kind of finding what you want to do, Mexico, is known for cartels and other, types of things going on there with the drug trade. Was it difficult for somebody to grow up and pursue a career, or was the cartels there, or is that, no, that wasn't a big deal?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
I mean, most of the people outside of Mexico have this idea of the cartels, which it's real, but not as they advertise or they say on the news. It's not like that. I didn't see a real gun until I got to the US. Never before in my life until I got here. Never seen drug, never take any drug over there. Like when I got to the US, it's more like normal something because, well, it's illegal too here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
it was more available here.
Yes,
sounds like
that's my perspective and my life, my experience.
Right.
But obviously, it's there's cartels there's insecurity, but I never have any problem. Never knew no one from the cartels or cross by no problem. Really, yeah.
Okay, that's cool to hear. Because I don't know. You're right. What we get in the news or what we get in movies and all will portray sort of a horrible scene, like it's just everywhere and everybody's involved in the government and there's
I like that.
Okay, well, good. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so you go to Chivas. What was the name of the
Chivas?
Yes. When do you, after all the training and you're out of school, at what age can you like really start going full time? No more school.
Well, at 18. Until you finish with high school.
Okay.
Yes, you're done with high school, and then you go full focus on this. They give you the option to have they support you with a probably like 30% scholarship if you want to go to college. But if it's your choice, which I took it.
You did go to college?
Yes, I did. I did went to college. I have my degree and everything, but not all the players do that.
Does it affect your ability to dedicate everything to soccer?
Yes.
It does slow you down some?
100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you study?
Business administration.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Good deal. All right. So you went to college. This is 4 years there. How many years?
Yes, 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Okay. So you're now 22?
My age?
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Once you graduated college, you were 20.
Yeah, around 23 because 1 year and a half I was studying another degree. It was industrial engineer.
Wow.
I believe it's called. But that's when I realized it was too hard for me because that was the time when I stepped up to the first division and I had to be 100% focused, and I was having these classes were very difficult, and I had to perform 100%, and for me it was like too much. So I took the decision to say like, no, I can't do this. Soccer is my full focus, and I changed my degree, for business administration.
I got you. Okay.
Which was easier.
Yeah. No, it's funny you say that. I did the same thing. I started in a sort of a medical degree when I started college. And after the first 6 months, I was in a business degree.
Yeah.
Much easier.
Yes, much easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. All right, so you graduate from college, and then how many guys are we talking about then? Or like they looking at to play for the professional team?
In Mexico?
No,
Or just the club?
that club.
I mean, the club, like every kid that is in the academy wants to play for the first division. But pretty much of your age, it's around like 30 to 40 players. But like every kid in Mexico wants to play for Chivas.
Yeah.
So you say thousands of kids wants to be your position. That's what you value, because in the position that I was, like I said, thousands of kids wanted that, and you have to keep grinding, keep working, keep getting better to maybe you can achieve your goal, which I was able to. But I know a lot of players and a lot of friends that didn't make it, and they're playing right now. And like that is thousands of kids. I dedicated, like myself, 10, 11 years of their life, and they didn't make it.
That is sad.
Yeah.
So what do? They just go back and just find a job, run a regular job, and
Yeah. But yeah.
Are you getting paid? Like, so while you're in school, are they paying for? They're paying for your college, right?
Yeah. Well, when you're 15, they give you like a support, like a few $1,000 in that moment.
I got you.
And then when I turned 15, 16, I signed my first contract, but the salary is nothing. It's
Right.
a little bit. And you start to going up, like a year after, you get another contract, you raise it a little bit, and then like that. But, I mean, you have to do pretty well to start raising, like, good money.
Right.
Because even in first division, the first years, if you're coming from the academy, the money is not great.
No.
Yeah. It takes time.
Yeah, I bet. So after college, how many years did it take before they chose you to, like, all right, we want you on the team?
Well, it's different. It doesn't work like in the U.S.
No?
Like, I can imagine that you think it's like the U.S., like you go to college and then you get drafted and then you go to... No, it doesn't work like that. This is different. I was living at the club at Chivas.
Okay.
So Chivas, it was 100% my life. And even in college, I was in Chivas. Like, college was my second option, like something I choose to do. But if I didn't choose it, I was with Chivas all the time, like training, traveling every 15 years, playing, So anytime I said, like, I don't want to study anymore, I keep going with my soccer career, and that's it, you know? And in the U.S., it's different. In the U.S., when you turn 18, you finish high school, you have to choose between, like, going to college, finish your degree for 4 years, and then get drafted to the first division. Or say, no, I don't want to go to college. I want to go pro now when I'm 18. But then if you get salary at 18, you can get a scholarship to go to college after.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the kids don't have enough money to go back. If they don't make it, like, imagine they choose soccer at 18. I go pro 1 year, and then they don't have a contract at 19 years old, out of contract. And then they want to go back to college, and they can't find a scholarship. And if they don't have enough money, you can't study anymore. Gotcha. So that's how it works in the U.S. and difference between Mexico.
Okay. These guys, like others that were chosen as children, like 10, 12, whatever, can they get cut at any time up until they're 22 or so?
Anytime.
So at any minute they could get
minute.
Thank you. Here's your good luck to you.
Thank you.
Wow.
You can go back home.
And that just depends on how you're performing at practice.
It's always about perform.
Yeah.
Always. That's why you always have to be 100%. It's always about performing. Yeah.
Yeah. Were the coaches fair?
Yeah, most of the time.
They were good. It wasn't like political. They like...
Yeah, no.
No, that's good.
I mean, if you're good, you'll be there.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so you've gone through college. You've been playing with them. When was there any big moments where you're like, all right, I'm the man. This is really working out well?
Yeah, when I was 17, I was always a good player.
Yeah.
like different from the rest of the guys. I was always top 5 of my age, and then when I was 17, I got called up for the national team U17 of Mexico, and then when I started to go to the national team, everything changed. Everyone looked up to you like, wow, like you're one of the best of your country. And then I started going U17, U18, U19, U20, U21. So I always had that process with the national team, going to tournaments around the world. I went China twice, Japan, Australia, Chile, Ecuador, US, Europe, Asia, everywhere in the world.
And this was like the Mexican, like all-star, like you were, when you were saying the U18, U19, U20, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's your age. So depending your age is the national team that you go, like the other ones, like the big one that the national team that played the World Cup normally is the older guys, 20 to 20 or whatever age. Mm-hmm. But when you're younger, you start with U15. You're 15 years old, you go to U15. You're 17 years old, you go to U17. And you play tournaments against another countries that are U17. So
got it.
The best players for like Portugal, 17 years old, right? And Spain and Mexico and US so you go and play against the best players at your age around the world.
And these kids all had contracts, like they were professional players,
yes.
Even 15, 16,
yes.
17. Okay. Is that when's it end? Like when you're actually on the final team? At what age?
In first division?
Yeah.
I mean, it's different for each one.
If you're just a great 15-year-old, they'll pull you on up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're 17 and you're really good, they can say to you like, listen, tomorrow you go train with first division, and then maybe in 2 weeks you can play your first game. It's like that. It comes without like someone telling you like, it's gonna come in a month. No,
right.
It's not like that. It could be 17. It could be 28 years old.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players that never play in first division, but at 28 they made their debut and start playing first division. 28 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come any day.
Yeah. So how long did you play for first division?
First division, I made my debut when I was 20 years old. Yeah. So now it's 9 years.
Okay. When you say first division, I think of in the Mexican League. Do you mean first division for Atlanta United or in Mexico or wherever it is?
Yeah, I'll say it was the same.
Okay.
Yeah, because like even here in the academy or Mexico, if you're U20, it starts counting when you sign your first contract with the first division. Yeah. You sign your contract and you start playing with the first division. Even here in the US, Mexico, South America or Europe, you're playing first division. So start like in that day.
Okay. So how long did you play for the Mexican professional, like first division, before you came to the U.S.?
I played 2 years and then I came to the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you went back, right?
I went back last year.
Okay. When you came to the U.S. the first time, was that with Atlanta United?
No, it was with Nashville.
With Nashville?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then you went back to Mexico, then you came back.
Well, I played with Nashville and then I moved to Charlotte and then I went back to Mexico and then I came to Atlanta.
What makes you decide to change, or what leads to those changes in teams?
Well, it depends, obviously. Depends if you're doing really well, some other team will buy you. Like we want your services, we want you playing for our team.
But it's your decision. You can leave if you want.
Not always.
No,
not always. Most of the time, when you're like any sport, if you're doing well, you have plenty of options, and you can maybe start negotiating and picking up. But like in any sport, you can perform better some years, but other years you maybe are struggling. Maybe you have a personal problem that is affecting your professional career, and when you're not performing well, your options are this tiny. Maybe you don't have, right? And then you have to try to negotiate. Someone give you an opportunity to just show it up. Sometimes even you're doing really well, but the coach just doesn't like you.
Right.
You never play, and he's messing up your career.
Yeah. Have you seen the David Beckham documentary?
Yes.
It seemed to be a little bit of that going on. You have these personalities, and some guys are just a jerk.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get the contracts that you have? Are they just 1-year contracts?
No, it depends. It can be more.
It can be more.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was starting, yes, it was always 1 year, then 2 years, then 3 years, then 2 years, then 3 years and a half. It varies.
It varies. I would imagine like a 1-year contract can kind of make you a little nervous. Not you, but players nervous.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, more like in our countries we have the main sport is soccer, so it's like a religious. It's something like you live for. You have so much passion, and it's your life.
Yeah.
Like you depend on it financially. Right. So if you have 1 year and then you don't know what will happen, and maybe you have family, you have kids, and you're always like having this pressure and always like, oh my God, I have to do well. And if things aren't going well, it's bad for you, like mentally.
Yeah, totally.
Mm.
All right. So right now you're with Atlanta United. What's your position with them?
Striker.
You're striker. Okay. And are you enjoying it? Is Atlanta United? I know.
Yes.
I hate to put you on the spot.
No,
Okay.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
Going well?
Yeah, it's a great club.
Yeah.
One of the top ones in the US in MLS is great. The facilities are amazing. The city is amazing. The fans are the best ones.
They're great.
The stadium is awesome. One of the best ones. The stadium. I love the stadium.
Yeah.
I always get impressed every time. It doesn't matter how many times I see it. I'm impressed with
When you walk out, you can just feel the energy.
It's just crazy. Watching it from outside, from inside, it's great. I love it.
That's cool, man. Well, let me say, we're about to run out of time, but I wanted to ask, is there any time there was just something difficult, like when you're training or going to the next level, any sort of difficult times that you overcome that you really didn't know were possible?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Yeah. I'll say one of the most difficult ones is always like the mental strength. Yeah. I didn't realize when I was younger that it was so important, but now I'll say it's one of the, if not the most important thing about soccer. But because when you're younger and you start playing like a lot and you start to like train extra, you get that talent, you get that touch, you get that finish to the goal, with the ball and everything. But when you're older, you have to keep your confidence high, even when you're not performing or the team is not performing well. So that's the mental strength, like the battle that you have in your head. Because if you lose your confidence, your game is gone.
That's right.
And it's pretty much in every sport.
Yeah,
and
pretty much everywhere.
Yes, the mental strength is so important in sports.
I feel you, man. Even people that seem to be totally secure and there's no need for them to worry, I think we all go through that. I mean, so it's good to hear somebody with your talent say that we all worry.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like the pressure is really high all the time. Most of the time, to be honest. I mean, sports is all about performing.
Yeah.
Like if you're not performing well, they'll say you like go home. Even now, first division, in any division, no matter academy, first division, you're not performing. We have another one that is doing well. We have a 5 more, 10 more, 15 more.
And that's always there? Like pressure?
I'll say all of the jobs are like not easy.
Yeah.
But sports is like always 100%. Like some jobs you can do your 80, maybe something is happening in your personal life. Today I don't feel well. But in soccer, it's just you have to go all the time. In sports, you have to go all the time. Always pressure.
Wow. You're right. That's right. You either deliver when it's time, when all the lights and cameras are on or not, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man. Well, listen, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Happy to talk to you, having a little chat.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, listen, welcome to Atlanta. I wish you all the best of luck in the future. We'll be there to see you very soon, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're playing a lot.
Yeah? When's your next game?
We play LFC on Saturday.
Okay.
It's going to be a good game.
That's here in Atlanta?
Yes, in Atlanta.
All right, nice. All right. Well, listen, Daniel, thank you again, my friend, okay?
No problem.
All right.
Anytime.
All right. All right, everybody. Well, listen, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. This was a great show. We had a superstar here on with us. But listen, If you haven't already, subscribe to Hines on Air podcast and like this episode, and we hope to see you at the next episode.